I'm Leanne.
Hello, I'm Jeannie.
And we're the Loose Thread Stitchers. And today is Friday, June 2nd, and this is Flosstube number 16. And we're a Flosstube about cross stitch, quilting, some punch needle,
Some wool, embroidery.
Yep, pretty much anything crafty. Today is a nice day. It's going to get up to 92. At least that's what they said for Lindstrom.
Yeah, it's kind of overcast.
Yeah, we kind of went right from spring into summer.
Yep, we went from record snowfall to a drought.
Yes, we're in a drought, and my pond in the spring, like 4 weeks ago, was up to our grass, and now there's hardly any water in it at all. I mean, it's just dry. It's really nice, but like I'm still planting flowers, and like yesterday it was 92, the day before it was 92 at my house, and by about 2 o'clock I am just dripping wet, and
yeah,
I'm done. I go in the house and take a shower, and I kind of want a little bit more spring, but I don't know that we're gonna get it.
No.
We're up in the high 80s, low 90s for the next couple weeks.
Humidity's up there even though we've been dry.
Last couple days. I think Monday was the first day I put on our air. I don't know when you did, but
yeah, we had it on Sunday, I think it was.
Yeah, and
we usually get we're at my house today, and we usually have a nice breeze here, but it's been so hot and dry.
Now it's humid, so that's what gets me is the humidity. Yeah. It's icky.
But yet the farmers were in the field. What day did we go to town? Wednesday, and I mean you couldn't even see their tractor. It was so dusty.
Yeah, it's not good.
No, because then there's more watering to do when it's this way.
Yes,
we've gotten 3/10 of rain since before Mother's Day.
Not much rain at all. And yesterday I was down in Wiper Lake getting some turtle eggs, and it was raining there, and I was hoping it would come our way, and it never made it.
We got 0.17 yesterday afternoon. Really windy here.
Yes.
But yeah, so the wind dries it up right away.
And we're late. This is week 5, and that's my fault. My husband had surgery on May 15th. Excuse me, for his other side. For those of you who are new, he has Parkinson's. And last November, he had the left hand done because it was shaking so bad.
It's brain surgery.
It's brain surgery called DBS, deep brain stimulation. And they put an electrode in his brain and it stops his shaking. And that went perfect.
Well, they put electrode in the brain and then a monitor.
It's a battery.
Battery?
It's a battery pack right here. And it's round. You can feel it. It's hard. And then on May 15th, he had the right side done, which is the left side of the brain that controls your right side, because his right side is shaking so bad. And that surgery didn't go as well as it's kind of normal for that side, but it's kind of tricky. That side of your brain controls your speech and your language, and even though they don't touch that part when they put the electrode in, it still affects him. And so right now he's having, it's called aphasia, where he can't get a certain word out. He's trying to tell you something and he can't get the word out. And most people, it's from the swelling of the brain and stuff, and it goes away in a couple weeks, but he's still having that issue. So Dr. McGovern he's the surgeon that did that. He's ordering an MRI, and we go on the 15th of June for the MRI just to make sure he didn't have a stroke during surgery. And if he didn't have a stroke, he's going to put him on steroids for a while to help with the swelling in the brain and see if that helps him get better. We go on Tuesday, June 6th, and they're going to turn on his hand and get it zoned in so he won't shake anymore. So that's good. But he is having some difficulty with his words.
It's kind of like playing charades with no hints or clues.
Yeah, because he'll look at me and say part of something, and he looks at me like I'm supposed to finish it, and I don't even know what he's trying to say. So I feel bad for him because it's frustrating for him. You can tell he gets frustrated. But I notice in the last couple days, it's a little better here and there, because if you give him like 5 minutes, all of a sudden he'll say the word. And then I give him a thumbs up, like, there, you did it. So I think if he keeps plugging away at it. And I think, you know, if the swelling goes down, I don't know. Sometimes I think he had a stroke because he kind of acts like he did, but I don't know. So we'll find out on the 15th of June. And we're on a list. If anything opens up sooner than that, we can go in and have the MRI sooner. But right now it's June 15th. And Dr. McGovern didn't want to prescribe him any steroids because if he had a stroke, there's nothing, steroids won't help. So, and he doesn't want to give him steroids unnecessarily. So we're kind of in a waiting game right now. But it's kind of exciting to have it turned on Tuesday because I think that'll help his morale too, is to stop that shaking. Because his right hand is shaking worse than his left hand ever did. But Dr. McGovern said it's very normal for this side of the brain because that's a brain side where you do have speech and language. And even though they aren't in that area of the brain still kind of gets mad that you're putting this electrode in there.
Yeah.
So.
And he's right-handed, so.
He is. It's his prominent hand. And people have asked me, well, do you wish you didn't do the surgery? And I said no, because his right hand is so bad he can't do anything anyway. So... And it was his, you know, I mean, it was both our decisions, but it mainly was his. And he was really anxious to have it done. He was like...
Well, the first one was perfect.
Perfect. They said that he had the perfect surgery with the first one. So we'll just keep plugging along here and hope every day he does find the word. It just takes a while.
You could go down and do some stitching and come back up and
he'll remember. Yeah. So that's why we're late. It's my fault. I'm sorry. But we're getting there. We're gonna plug right in. And Jeannie's got lots of FFOs, thank God, because between surgeries and taking care of Tom and planting flowers, I haven't done a whole lot. So it's up to you, kiddo. And last time you didn't have any, so
I know, and I was kind of good-naturedly heated about it.
You were.
So I won't say anything.
I don't get that many chances to tease you about it because you always have 900 FFO. So I'll sit back and drink my pop and watch.
Okay, let's get it started.
Yeah.
Hands-on design, well-rounded. It's a seasonal, 3 for each season. I did spring. I started it early thinking I'd have it done for spring. Well, it technically is still spring.
Oh, show them the pins on the side. You have purple pins on the side. Yeah, cute.
So there's the one. Here's another one.
Oh, that's pretty. You could have done that one for the Colorado cross stitcher. It has a bird in it.
Yeah. Yeah. And then that one.
Those are pretty.
Okay. Then for Whipco in May, I had the wreath swap. Housewives. Well, originally I didn't do the HME. I bought this at our local Menards, our home improvement store. And then I just have the magnets. So I did the June one, which is strawberries. And I did the January one, which is snowman.
Oh, that's cute with their little hats.
Yeah. Cute. So now I can change that out a little bit. And then my other Whipco was wordplay. So I did, there again, I thought I'd have these done in time. March, let's see which way does that go? It goes like that. And April. So here is March. And these I just put 2 magnets on because I have over against this wall, I have metal cupboards. So they'll just, appropriate months, they'll just go up there. So there's March. Here's...
You can kind of see one of her metal cabinets right behind me here.
Yeah.
And they're metal, so she can stick things on them.
And then here is April. Then while I was finishing these, I had done October before. So I just finished that up too. Okay. Then I did Chicken Feed Sack by Carriage House Samplings. And here's my chicken.
Oh, that's cute.
Isn't that cute? Good morning. And then in the past, I have done, and I don't remember, I didn't pull out here is the fall one. And then I've seen a lot of people doing the rainbow, or the reindeer feed sack.
Did Justine do that?
Was Justine doing this one?
I'm not sure.
From Whips and Welcome Stitchery. Okay. So then I did Gathering Berries, Luminous Fiber Arts. And I did Forbidden Fiber Company, Tumbleweed, 16 count, and it was Buckeye Scarlet. The Gentle Arts is the floss. So here's my little pillow.
That's cute. Do you have a strawberry on there? You do.
I do. And then, what I've got, it's Erin Elizabeth. I don't have it here. It's Erin Elizabeth, this, pumpkin patch. That was just a 14 count piece of Ada I had, and then I used sulky threads because they fill in, I think, better.
Yeah, I've never seen that pattern.
It's here somewhere.
I believe you.
And then I was going to do some Patriotic, so I did Primrose Cottage stitches. This is their Lindsay Stamp series. This is established 1776, and I did Land That I Love. So here is the one, and here is the two.
Those are cute.
So I got out my, and this was just blue 14 count Ada. Why is there loose threads?
Because we're loose threads.
And then I did sulky.
Sulky.
Okay, now I'm not done yet. This is Twin Peak Primitives, the Patriotic Ornament Book 2022. One of them I got out of there is the Old Glory. Isn't she cute?
She's very cute. She's a little old-fashioned girl. Very, very cute.
Yeah, and the chenille is Union by Lady Dot Creates. That blue.
That's very cute.
So then, also now, this is
Is that vintage? Country vintage mocha?
Vintage Country Mocha, yep.
Yeah.
Then the Patriotic Barn Trio by Waxing Moon Design. Okay, so these three, and then three more from Twin Peak Primitives. I did.
Oh, she put them in a frame. Cute.
That.
That's very, very cute. Nice.
So the barns are done on just some pieces of 18 count Ada that I got down at Welcome Stitchery. And then there's a couple of them done in Vintage Country Mocha. And then I think the drum is done in another odd piece I had.
And you found the frame at Hobby Lobby?
No, this frame I had from scrapbooking years ago.
Oh.
It's 7 gypsies, and it's a photo tray, but I Googled it, and you can still get them on eBay. It is a 4x6. The sections are 4x6, so it was meant for, pictures and little collages. And when we moved here, kind of found it, so I put it aside thinking someday. And I just want to shout out to Shannon, who was a guest speaker on Welcome Stitchery Sips and Stips. glad you were back.
Yeah.
But she had done some smalls and she used buttons. And when I was going to get these ready, I thought, well, you know, they're not tall enough. Do I do more stitching or what? And I thought, I'm going to borrow Shannon's idea and add buttons.
Yeah, she said hi to you.
Yeah.
And me.
So that, here is.
There it is, yep.
And I've got another one too, a strawberry one from Erin Elizabeth. And her sister is Shannon Christine, her designs. So, yeah. And then this was back in January at 24 Hours of Cross Stitching. Justine gave us this, it's Carol Manning design, the Rose Garden, and she gave us the floss with it. Well, I did 2 of them, and I put them in
Oh, so you can flip it around.
this so I can have it on, you know, table where you can see both sides.
Yeah.
And this just, and I can, you know, if I wanted to change it out, I could. But I got this at a thrift store.
Nice.
So
That's a good idea.
that's kind of fun.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think that's all I've done.
That's all she's done. Is she not amazing, people, or what? It's just kind of amazing what this woman gets done.
It's just kind of, you know, with you go out and you do what you can in the mornings when it's, like you said,
Look, it's
not
hot.
so hot, and then come in and what else are you going to do?
Right. Stitch.
And then you get so much done. It's kind of like Shannon had also mentioned on the Flosstube that for her Whipco, she does 2 finishes a month. And I'm thinking that was kind of a good idea because I started to finish something and thought, well, as long as I'm making a pillow, I'll go to my bin and
Grab another.
make a couple others.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
You got all this stuff out.
exactly. And you're in that mode, you know, you
Yep.
got to kind of program.
Do you have any FOs? Finishes?
Yes, I do. I have, this is the one and done. It's a Bend Creek Land of Liberty. Let's see that. It is on 18 count natural linen, but you do over 2 threads with pearl cotton. So there she be.
There's another bird one.
Yeah.
It's amazing how many birds are in things.
I had started this a couple years ago. I got the kit at Stitchville, and it's not
Her comfort zone.
right, but I get it done.
But it's pearl cotton too, so that's...
Well, yeah, I had to find a different needle, different needle threader.
Yeah, it's big. I mean, those are big.
Yeah.
Those holes are big.
Plus, I thought of it afterwards. I should have just used the pattern and kitted it up and did it on 18 count over 1 regular linen with regular DMC.
Right.
Then I could have made it into a pillow. This is kind of big for a pillow.
Yeah.
I think it's like 7.5 or 8 inches square.
Oh, okay.
Kind of big.
Yeah, kind of big.
Okay, so that is my, well, except for I made some
Bags.
bags. So I have a
Oh,
flamingo.
so cute.
And I've got this is, you have this is Teresa Colgert, but you have the fabric before this, right? Or the other fabric?
Yeah, I have
Bag.
that fabric too, but I haven't done anything with it. This is the one I have, yeah.
That's the other one.
Yep.
Yeah. And then this is, we got a pillowcase from our friend Mary.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's beautiful.
So that was, it's a pocket. How I did it.
Yeah, that's...
You know, like Leanne says, don't know if we have much orange fabric,
Right.
but pulled
You
out
even
the
had an
blue.
orange zipper.
Yeah.
I don't think I own an orange zipper. I'm going to have to buy one.
Oh, I got that bunch of zippers before from Amazon.
Yeah, those...
You know, I don't know how many came in a pack.
Oh, okay. I didn't get the sew-in ones. I got the ones that are lacy kind
Oh,
of.
mm-hmm.
I didn't buy that pack, so
I
should.
have more orange. I haven't used orange before. I'll give you an orange.
Okay.
Okay.
Orange isn't one of my colors normally, but that looks really good.
Yeah. So there. That's.
What about your Be Thrifty?
I think I showed this last month, didn't I, or didn't I?
I don't remember.
This is done with a towel. It's a
Yeah.
pocket also.
Oh, that's so cute.
Got the fabric at Quilter Station.
Yeah, nice.
So, yeah. Okay, so that's my
Finishes.
finishes.
Yeah.
All right. Do you have whips?
I have whips.
Do you have any finishes?
No.
Okay. No, I just.
Like I say, between husband and plants, I haven't done a whole lot. This one, and you'll see this, I mean, I'm still working on it. I love this. This is called, I Had a Father Kind and True, Ellis Clark, 1844. This is with 100 trees, and they're beautiful. It's just, I call this right now my comfort stitch when I go down to stitch, and if I'm really worried or had a bad day or whatever, this is my comfort stitch. It's on 46 count old sheet. And last time I only had that rose done, and I think these two things and some of the border. And so now I got the whole border done, and I'm working on that motif.
So the top border, you got it all from corner to corner.
Corner to corner. Yeah, because I was a little worried about my fabric, but it's plenty big, yep. So I did this, and I told myself I was going to go across and get the border and go around the corner, and if I did that, I could start something else. Because,
Reward!
Reward. Because I wanted to have 2 samplers going in a small. So my second one that I started, which we saw this at Silver Needle, and it's called Quaker Diamonds. It was beautiful, and I just kept going back to it.
Who's that by?
This is by Karen Kluba, and it's Rosewood Manor. She has fall one. There's a lot of these. There's like 4 or 5 of these. But this one, I just kept staring at. Every time I walked out into that room, it just called to me. I don't know why. So I thought I really wanted to start that. So I did, and it's with, it's on 28 count mellow. Picture This Plus mellow, and that's the called for. And it's Valdani threads, and they're the little ones. There's 3 strands in each on these, and that's what you use. You use all 3 strands.
Oh, you don't separate?
No, I separate them and put them back together.
Right.
But this is as far as I've gotten. And
so is some over 1?
No.
Oh, okay. I was just thinking.
Oh yeah,
no.
some over 1. The little tiny letter next to the big letter is over 1.
Okay.
That's all that's over 1 is. You can do the little letters, and they said if you didn't want to do over 1, you don't have to do the little letter. But I'll show you my next thing about over 1. But the colors are so gorgeous.
And what's the fabric?
It's called Picture This Plus Mellow. It's 28 count.
That is beautiful.
I bought this as a kit a long time ago.
But you didn't get that in the kit.
I did.
Oh, and it already had the sticker on it?
Yeah, because this, I couldn't find the pattern though. Because I bought the pattern at Silver Needle, and I came home, and something in my brain was telling me to look in my box. So I looked in my old cross stitch box, and it was a kit. And this calls for 28 count mellow by Picture This Plus.
Yeah.
And I bought it at Silver Needle, or not Silver Needle, Stitchville, because that's what the kit is from. But you can't find mellow anymore. We can't find it. But these colors, the only thing I got to tell you is this 99% of this pattern, you're doing angles. You're on an angle.
But it's still a full cross.
Yeah,
but
still a full cross, but you're going down an angle. And if you're tired, things get a little tricky. But I had to rip out this blue one here a couple times because I did the blue one first, and then I did this one, which is purple. And when I got down here, they ran into each other. And I went, okay, that's not right. So I ripped out the blue, because when I looked, it was the blue one that I went off. So I had to do the blue one twice, but then I finally got them so they're straight at an angle, but that's what they are. But the variations in the color of the Valdani are absolutely gorgeous. I mean, gorgeous. It's some
you
people
got quite a few too.
Yeah, there's a lot of colors.
So those were all in the kit?
Yeah, they all came in a kit in a little cardboard box. Yep.
Ah.
So I just put them in bags and labeled them. But the coloring on the mellow, it's gorgeous. I mean, when I'm working on this, I have a big grin on my face because the colors are just amazing. They're so beautiful. And then I've been working on a small because my goal is 2 samplers and a small. And this I didn't take out of the. Now this is over 1. This is Summer Schoolhouse Lessons in Abecedarian Lesson 1. There's 4 patterns, but there's 5 because in one pattern there's a man and a woman. I can show you them if you think I need to. But this is 1 over 1, and I didn't pick, this is supposed to be mushroom, 32 count mushroom, and I didn't like the color. So mine is 32 count, I think it's Abecedarian actually. Yeah, it's R&R Abecedarian, it's 28 count. It's 28 count. And so it's darker, it's not as white or gray. So I had to change the color of the house to wood smoke, but other than that, it's a called for threads, and it's 1 over 1. And I don't know if you can see it, but the coverage is absolutely gorgeous. And I actually really like doing 1 over 1. Now I know there's probably a lot of shoes being thrown at the stupid screen, but 1 over 1, it's just it looks almost punch needle to me or something because it's solid coverage, and I like that. It's not so much fun when you have to rip it out because to find that little thread and rip it out. But I love doing this. This is fun. It's really fun. So this is my small that I'm working on. I don't know. Here's the mess of threads. But like I say, I changed the house to wood smoke because sandcastle was the color of the house and it would blend in with the fabric because I'm using a darker fabric. But I love it. It's fun. And right now it's just fill-in for the house. But you think about it, you're doing 1 over 1 and normally you do 1 over 2. So this does take longer because even though you're stitching, you're doing a solid cross on 1 thread rather than skipping over 2. So you're really doing a lot more cross stitching in a littler amount of space.
Yeah.
But I love it. It's cool. I just love it.
Well, that's your comfort zone.
Yeah, it is. It's fun. It's fun, fun, fun. And that's all my whips.
Okay. Oops, I put them back. I do have a couple. When we went to 24 hours of cross stitch.
Oh yeah, you were working on that.
I've got a board.
Yeah, you do.
I started the Gathering Honey by Luminous Fiber Arts. So, and this, it's old gold, I think, is the gold leaf is the
Color.
Yeah, that's Gentle Arts. And this is by Luminous Fiber Arts, and I'm just doing it on a white Aida. But I liked it for 24 hours because I didn't have to change threads. I could just go and not. Yep. And then when we got together at your house last week, that's why I'm going to keep it for my traveling.
Mm-hmm.
It's easy to take.
It
easier.
Is. Yep, it is.
Yeah. And then my whip code this month is, I started last night. One is going to be, this is Prairie School Santa 05, 2005. So I got him started. It's the one with the quilts. This one here up at the top.
I think I have that pattern.
And then my other whip coat is, I'm doing Hattie, the chicken.
Oh, she's cute. She's
Um,
doing a sampler quilt with that, isn't she?
Lori Holt?
Lori Holt.
Could be. So that's as far as I got on her.
Oh, she's cute with
But-
her pattern.
What I'm going to do is, instead of that teal wing, I think it's kind of a teal blue,
Yep, it is.
I'm going to do this color, because that's
Oh, the color of your kitchen.
kitchen cabinets.
Yep.
So that will be down there.
And that's on 16 count slate.
Yeah. I don't know what, this is what we got at Silver Needle for, we went there for that class and they gave us each a fat quarter.
A free fat quarter. Yep.
Yeah. So she didn't put down what the,
Yeah, she didn't write down who the maker of the floss or the linen was.
yeah. So those are my whips.
Okay. We can go into haul. Believe it or not, I mean, I don't have a whole lot of haul. We went, Julie couldn't come and stitch, so Jeannie and I, we needed to go to Michael's and get some DMC. And then I suggested we have Buttermilk Basin pretty close to us. So we hadn't been there in a while, so we went down to Buttermilk Basin. Oh, before I show you my haul, I mean, well, this is haul, but this is cross stitch haul. It's called Needleworkers, something on Instagram. Needleworkers. Anyway, Whilst Iris Naps was the one. They do it isn't a stitch along, but they have different designers do a cross stitch pattern. And so while Iris Snaps did this, and then I got it from Hobby House, and it took quite a while. I just got it on Wednesday. So, and I know they're going to start another one, but they're waiting for everybody to get their stuff in. Not everybody's gotten their stuff yet. And this is it's 40 count Thornfield by Needle and Flax. That's kind of interesting.
It kind of looks like creme brulee, doesn't it?
Yeah. I mean, it has a lot of modeling in
Yeah.
it. It's pretty modeled. But I guess I don't know if you can see it that well, and I mean, I can pull this out. I wonder if this is a book or just, can I pull out that top part?
It doesn't look that modeled in there, does it? Or I suppose when you get close.
Yeah, because pictures, but you can see there is modeling in
Noticing
there.
down in the corner.
Yeah, there's some brown on there. It's either Gibson or Gibson 1828. And I don't know if you can see it, but there is modeling. And that is what the called for is. And then the threads I got, it's so cute, they give you this little pouch. But I've never used these. Oh, and then they sent me this too,
Oh, the bling.
Yeah, there's bling. And these are, oh no, these are weeks. These are all weeks. I thought I got all silks, but I got weeks.
Ooh. You had a choice?
Yeah, you had several choices. There were quite a few choices on this one. So I'm anxious to see what their next one is. That'll be interesting. And then then we went to Buttermilk Basin, and we got a few things. I have a tree. It's like a 7 foot, and it's a pencil tree, so it's really thin. And I want to, eventually get it so that every season I can decorate it. And so I'm not going to put this, I don't know how to say this. You see how it's on that square and it's hanging? I'm going to just make the wagon and the pin cushion and the tape measure, and then put a backing on it the same shape. So it'll be like an ornament.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense? Am I saying that right? And this one is called Mini Wagons Through the Year, and this is from March. But I liked it because of the pin cushion. And I mean, I got a lot of these little things. See, here's a little house with a bird. And these are all wool. It's a whole kit. You get everything. This is a little watering can with flowers for 4th of July. This is a little rain boot with tulips. And then these are all rounds. You get everything in the kit for all of these.
Oh, gardening like?
Yeah, there's umbrella, boot, a bees cap, watering can, pots, flower. And those are circles. And then this one is a quilt, and I thought it was just really cute with the flower pots. And yeah, you get all of the wool, but you don't get the fabric for the border.
It's no problem.
No, no problem at all. And she had a designer there. They were all hanging. All of her quilts were hanging on a clothesline.
Kind of a trunk show like?
Yeah, and it's from Quilts Remembered by Anna Marie Young. And I saw this there, and I took a picture of it too. She let me so I could make it because it was really pretty. It was very pretty. And then this is embroidery, and there's a thimble on the bottom, and there's a pin cushion. Yeah, and there's a scissor and a bird. And it's actually, oh no, not this one. You could buy the fabric with it already on too. So
stamped like?
Yeah, but I didn't because since she has the pattern there. And then this again is just a little flower pot with a ladybug and flower. And then these are supposed to be on popsicle sticks, but I'm going to hang them on the tree. Butterfly flowers.
Wow.
Yeah, they're all little. That's it, gang.
You're going to need a day or two of prep.
Yeah, just for prep. And then for quilting, this I ordered, if you watch Olivia,
Pumpkin Hollow
Quilt, she's doing it too. And you had to order it quite a while ago, a pre-order, and it's called Vintage Sampler, and it's with, it's by Nancy Rink, but it's Judy Rothamel fabric, and the fabrics are...
And who's doing the...
Fat Quarter Shop.
Oh, okay.
Fat Quarter Shop. And so you get, it's a 9-part block. So like this is the first block is this basket one right here. And you do 4.
Okay.
You do 4 of every one. So you get enough fabric to do, the first 4. So I'm going to try to keep up with that as they come every month.
I'd like to see that border print. That looks interesting. 95 by 95.
Yeah.
So how are you going to add that a little bigger for a bed?
I don't know yet. I don't know if I can add more.
You'd have to do borders.
Yeah, I would. I'd have to add more borders. So I have to look at the fabric because if I'm gonna make it bigger, I gotta buy the fabric now while it's available.
That is a neat fabric right up there.
It is. It's very beautiful. I think that's the same as that border, only light.
Oh, wow.
So I gotta kind of figure that out pretty quick here so I don't lose my chance to get the fabric. And that's my haul, gang.
Okay, while we were at 24 hours, Dee, who's one of the attendees, in January, she made us a scissor fob.
Yes,
you remember that?
She did.
She had needle minders this time.
Yeah, that's the exact one I got too.
The little birdie. No, There. Okay. Got to get it orientated right.
Yep.
Isn't that cute?
Very, very cute.
Okay. So buttermilk basin. I've got the 2 birdie pillows. And then I did the strawberry cluster ornament. And the mini basket pillows.
Those are cute.
And more bowl fillers.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then when we were at 24 hours. Okay, here's another Erin Elizabeth Designs, my other strawberry. What I'm going to do. And I got it kitted up with my sulky and scrap. And then for my strawberry bowl, I got this one.
Yeah, I have that one too. That one's so pretty.
Yeah.
I like that
That's
one.
what you had sent me.
The picture.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And then I got the Itch to Stitch. And I got that all kitted up, ready to go with.
Yep, DMC, so do I.
Yeah.
Yep.
Ivory Ada. And then you had gotten this at Tulsa.
Yep.
And it was so cool. Even if you just do each, they're
Quilt squares.
states.
Yep, they're states. And I thought I would just do the squares and hang them on my tree.
Ah, yeah. And then I got Strawberry House. I thought that'd be another one for my strawberry bowl. And that is Little House Needleworks. Then with Pam doing her stitch along this month for her
Oh, cancer, 30 years.
yeah, her diagnosis. The one she's doing is a big one. And I kind of wanted to participate, but so I found this Courage one, and this is Little House Needleworks.
That's cute.
And it has the lavender. I guess is the universal color.
For everything.
Yeah,
Right.
because in our family we had colon, we had
Yep.
renal, we had breast, we had cancer of the esophagus, thyroid cancer, melanoma. So it's kind of like, so I thought, yeah, this I'm gonna get this finished kitting this up and get this ready for June 11th. And then I got the pattern. The Farmhouse by Stitching with the Housewives, and I got the fabric.
Ooh, you're going to do black, huh?
Well, I do black or whatever for these.
Oh, is it charcoal? Is that charcoal or whatever it's called?
What is this one? This one I think I got.
Oh, that doesn't look so bad. There's a staple. I don't know if that
I know,
helps you.
but I got it.
Oh.
It's not on there.
No, it's
I
not.
cut it off. And I don't know if it's blackboard
Oh, okay.
or charcoal or something like that.
Yeah.
But I got to get the threads for that. And then I got Strawberry House by Blackbird.
I like the one on the back.
Yeah. So I got to get busy. And then Leanne were you with the hubby, you're out and about?
Yep. I found, that was at a thrift store.
Tomato.
Yep. She had 2 of them, so I bought 2 and I gave one to Jeannie.
Thank you.
Because she likes Patriotic.
And yeah, and tomatoes.
Yep.
So I'll put this out with my pin keeps, and then I'll put it in my tomato cabinet.
Yep.
Okay, that's my haul.
Okay. So now we move on to plans. We've got plans. It looks like you have plans.
Well,
Keep
continue
stitching.
for me with Whip Code, and I want to start Pam's Courage Stitch Along, and I think I might be done with Patriotic for this year. I don't know.
We've done quite a bit.
I wanted, you get kind of, I want to do smalls, okay? Now I want to do big. But then next Flosstube, I probably won't have anything. So I got to do what? 2 bigs and a small? Is that what you're doing?
That's what I do, 2 bigs and a small.
Yeah.
But the small one over one, it takes time. Plus that house. I mean, the house is 90% of the pillow.
How do you decide what you're going to do?
I decide on what I like, I guess.
But no, I mean of the 3. If you're going to go, and you go
Oh.
down in your sewing room to stitch, your stitchy room.
Yep.
But when you go down, do you...
Oh, that at night, you mean every night? What do I decide? Yeah, lately it's been my mood or something, because like I said, this Alice Clark, I call this my comfort stitch, because I just love working on it. So most nights I work on it.
Was that your father?
Yeah, my father, kind and true. But I usually start out, if I go down there early enough, I start out quilting, because I'm quilting that ring quilt from Blackbird Designs. And then about 7-ish, 7:30 or 8, I go and I switch to cross stitch. And then it pretty much depends on my mood.
Okay. Do you ever get... Okay, so now like you got some of the wools, and you've got also some little cross stitch for your tree, don't you?
Yes, yes.
Do you ever want to... I want to get one done, or you ever feel like you want to see results, or...
I do, but I don't know how to describe it. It's like, okay, so I take my time for that. If I can, what happens is once I get my flowers done, I'll be in the house more. I mean, right now I'm trying to get outside finish because it's so dang hot. And I try to go out in the morning, and I also have turtles, so I have to feed turtles and everything. So, once I get the outside stuff done, then I'll have more time during the day to sit down and do things. So then I might work on my wool stuff or like that. If I just have a small little something I want to work on for my tree, then I'll start doing that.
You've got things kitted up where you can just go grab.
I can grab them, yes. And I would like to do that, that flag. I would like to start doing those little quilt squares.
The states.
And I think, in a couple nights you could get one of those done. They're not very big at all. So
it's just you wonder what kind of floss, how many.
I think there's...
Oh, well now this one here only has 3.
Yep. And you can't, there's not pages in that. It all unfolds into this big pattern.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it tells what each one is. So some of them only have, no, this is outlines.
And it's all DMC, so.
Yeah.
But they're not very big. They aren't. They're pretty small.
They're under 30 stitches.
Yep, they are. They're like 25 by 25.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they aren't very big. So those would be really quick.
Yeah, you could get a lot, do 4, 5, 6, and then finish them all at once.
Mm-hmm. And it's hard though, because if I get a lot of things started, like I think I have 18 whips. And if I get a lot of things started, it makes me a little nervous. You're a way faster stitcher than me. Plus, I think you spend more time stitching than I do. So it's hard for me to get too many things going, because then my brain starts going, oh, what do I work on? I don't know what to work on. So, and my goal is to have samplers in my house. That's my goal, is to have samplers. And yes, pin keeps and, stuff for my tree. So samplers take a long time. So to me, my brain says, okay, work on the sampler, because that takes the most time.
Now, when you finished Merrily We Welcome Spring by Blackbird, okay, framing it.
I know, I don't know yet. I'm going to go to Michael's when they have the 70% off and see how much that is.
Okay, so would you have them frame it? Would you buy the frame and the foam core and then lace it and frame it yourself?
I think I would, yes.
Okay.
I think I can do that.
Because you've done frames before with quilted.
Quilts, yes. So I think I'm
And you had an online source,
and I have a friend who's done it, so if I run into trouble, somebody could help me.
Yes. Very easily. Or not.
Yeah, I mean, you've got, what's that called up there? Next
Abigail's.
Yep. And she's got that
Salute
frame.
to Abigail.
So see, she's ahead of me in the framing department.
I've got my great-great-grandmother's one up there.
Yep, you do. So she can give me advice if I need it. I want to see how you do these. The flats.
Oh.
So I might come and watch you one day do some, because
that's what I did. These were easy because when I put them in here, this I finished off with scrapbook paper. The backs aren't finished.
Well, but you can't tell.
Right.
The back is the back.
Right.
It
is finished. See? Yeah. But these were fun because I stitched them all before I finished any of them.
Yeah, that's really cute.
So, yeah.
So that is,
it's weird how many things you need though to finish. If you say, okay, let's get together and finish. What would I bring? You got to bring pins, you got to bring glue, you got to bring needle and thread, you got to bring sticky tape, you got to bring
and then everybody says, well, chipboard. Well, what is chipboard? I don't know what chipboard is.
And I don't use chipboard. I use the
Do you use foam core?
On some of them I do foam core, but on these I did the comic book boards, that you can buy.
Okay.
I don't know how many, the stack I got from Amazon. And I use 2 together.
Oh, okay.
I can cut those with a rotary cutter real easy.
Oh,
I keep a rotary cutter for paper.
Right.
And otherwise the chipboard or the sticky back thing.
Oh, yeah.
That is so hard to cut.
It is.
And cut straight.
Yep. You're right.
So that's what I do. And then I just, use that double stick adhesive between them.
Yep.
And they get firm enough where you can almost stretch your fabric around, because you don't want any ripples or anything.
Yep.
And then a couple pieces of scrap batting, which, I mean, you do a quilt and you trim it, you've got your scrap
I got
batting.
lots of scrap batting. Yep. I even threw a bunch of the small stuff away because I thought I got enough of the bigger pieces sitting around. So.
But now like your little ornaments, if you do a flat one like this,
it doesn't take much.
No. So.
Okay, so I think, do you have any quilting stuff?
The only quilting I wanted to say back on the
design
wall.
Yes, here, I'll move.
Oh, this one here is a GE Design Marina is the name of it. And I made that a couple years ago, red, white, and blues. But then on the back wall it's called Vintage Sampler. And it's was a block of the month. It was from our quilt club up in Rush City shop in 2016. Okay, so the quilt was finished the way it was printed is 82 by 89. Well, that's not going to fit any type of bed.
Nope.
That we have here. So on this side, you can kind of see I'm making a row of flying geese with leftover fabric from the kit. So I'm going to put a border between that, do that on each side before I put on the 2 borders called for in the pattern. And there's a couple appliques on here. You can see up in the corner, where the far corner, way over there, is a bird.
And then you got some viney leaves too.
Yes, the viney leaves. They were all laser cut in the kit and adhesive on the back.
Oh.
So I didn't, the template came with the kit, but we had the option of paying a little more because I think there's 3 birds in there.
Yep.
And so that was nice. And then I think I buttonhole stitched them on with the machine.
I love that feathered star. That's beautiful.
That's another one and done, okay? I did the feather star, so check it off my list. That's kind of hidden over there in the corner. But there was a lot of oohs and ahs, and I think the leader of our group even had alternative, like, I don't know, a couple 9 patches or something, so that
Yep, I remember that.
if you didn't want to, challenge yourself.
It looks very patriotic too because it's all red, white, creams, and blues.
Yeah,
it's all different kind of.
it was a certain.
Yeah, it was a certain line of fabric, right?
Yeah, vintage shirting and dress prints
By Barbara J. Eichmeyer.
Yeah, Paintbrush Studios.
Paintbrush Studios.
Yeah, so I still like it.
Yeah, it's pretty. It's very pretty.
So now I gotta just get some more flying geese done for the other side and border it out and then quilt. That's all. Quilt it and then bind it. Then I'll put it on the bed. And that will be for July 4th of what year?
Well, considering it's been sitting around since 2016, that's pretty good.
Yeah, I got time.
Well, you're doing a good job, Jeannie.
I'm not gonna rush into anything.
No.
It's not the only one I have in that kind of progress.
With all the cross stitch you do too, so you're doing really good. You're doing. I'm gonna start this, my sampler, vintage sampler. I'll start this, and Kim Deal is doing on Instagram right now. She's doing a little mini mystery, and
I seen that.
I think I might dive into that a little.
Kind of go back because she's up to what, the 3rd or 4th clue?
3rd, I think, and it's only 4 clues, so.
Oh, okay.
I might just print them off and do it because it'd be nice to do just some little.
Yeah, we did that last year, didn't you?
Yeah, I did, and so did you. So it was kind of fun.
And totally different fabric.
Yeah, she does these every once in a while, and she does a good job at it. So I might do that.
Yeah.
And then my quilting, not quilting, turtle tip. Well, when turtles lay an egg, they lay eggs in a hole that's sort of a flask, okay? It kind of goes down into the ground. And the sex of a turtle is, most turtles, not all, but most turtles, the sex of a turtle is determined by temperature. So
after the fact.
After the fact. I mean, once the egg is...
Yeah, not the temperature of the mother turtle.
No. In that hole, like I say, it's sort of a flask hole. It's sort of long and narrow. So most of the like the upper eggs that are closer to the top of the ground will get warmer, and most of those will come out female. And the lower eggs in the hole will come out male. So, and turtles don't take care of their babies. The females come out and lay their eggs and go away, and their job is done. So these eggs sit in that hole, and if it gets too dry, they shrivel up and die. If we get too much rain, they drown. They'll drown.
Well, and then when they hatch, if it's too dry, they can't get out.
They can't get out. They can't dig out. So a lot of times you'll see babies more after like a big rain, because then it's saturated the ground and it's easier for them to get out. In Minnesota, June is the biggest month. That's when they come out and lay their eggs, is now. Or the whole month of June, usually into the first week of July. And so if you see turtles on the road, 99% of those turtles will be females looking for a place to lay an egg, lay their eggs, and they can go up to 5 miles to lay an egg. Their eggs. They don't just lay one. Painted turtle is the most common, and she lays anywhere from 5 to 15 eggs. Snappers can get up to 100 eggs, depending on how old they are. And it's interesting because snapper eggs are opposite. So the upper eggs would the warmer eggs would be male, and the lower eggs would be female. So there's my turtle tip for the month.
So don't take parenting tips from turtles.
No, actually, it's not a bad thing. Dump your eggs and go.
Yeah, and the guys are just sperm donors, and they leave,
they
right?
just leave. And then after July, the turtles spend most of their time eating, plumping up, because then in the winter they hibernate and don't eat at all. So
In our climate.
in our climate, yes, in our climate. And a lot of times if a turtle comes out really early and lays her eggs, she might get what you call a second clutch. They're called a clutch. And so then she might come out in August again, or end of July, and lay a second clutch. And that clutch will literally stay in the ground all winter long.
As an egg.
No, they'll hatch.
Oh.
And they'll actually live off of the eggshell. And babies, painted turtles, can actually freeze. They have an antifreeze in them, and they can actually freeze. And then in the spring, when it gets warm enough, they can thaw out and they'll be alive. Totally fascinating. Absolutely. I mean,
It's either totally fascinating or in the category more than you need to know.
yeah,
So
just absolutely just fascinating. Just, I don't know what else to say.
yeah.
But there you go. There's my turtle tip of the month.
And when we're at your house and the turtle tank's behind us, one of the turtles in there did lay eggs. This spring.
Gracie. Gracie is my painted turtle. She has laid 2 sets of eggs, and she has eggs in her again, and she should be laying any time now. So she laid 7 eggs the first time, but only 3 were fertile.
First time when?
April?
So
End of
she's
April?
okay in 2023. Then you put her back in the tank, and she gets pregnant again.
Well, I don't put her back in the tank. She just walks back in the tank.
Okay.
And she had 9 eggs the second time. And now she has eggs again, so I don't know how many will pop out till I dig them up and she lays them. I can take a picture of it, but I have this laying contraption I wheel up to the tank, and she can crawl in there whenever she wants and lays her eggs. So I'll take a picture of that and put it in the beginning or end.
Yeah, or maybe next Flosstube she'll be in the middle of laying.
Yeah, she might be, you never know. If I can get a video, because you can candle the eggs and they'll have blood vessels in the eggs, and you'll see that itty bitty little tiny nothing turtle moving around inside the egg. They almost look like they're swimming. It's fascinating.
Then you've got incubators that you keep them
Yeah,
in.
I have, they use them for chickens. Chicken eggs. They're just styrofoam incubators. I put them in, and then I put them. There's a certain temperature that you can put them at where you'll get some male and some female. So that's what I keep it at, because that's.
You're messing with Mother Nature.
Well, I'm actually not. I'm trying to imitate Mother Nature, because in the nest itself outside, that's how it would come out. So
Okay.
that's what I'm trying to do. Is
So you've got a male incubator and a female.
no.
Oh,
There's like a 3-degree range where you'll get a mixture. So I
Okay.
keep it in that 3-degree range, and you'll get a mixture of males and females. So that's what I
keep
do.
guessing.
Yes.
And you don't know the sex until they're how old?
2. They got to be at least 2 before you know the sex of a turtle. So when I let my babies go, I have no clue what they are.
You know, that's another reason that parents, it's good that they leave them, because you could never name a kid until a baby turtle until they were 2.
That's true. Unless you can find a name that could be male
Yeah.
or female. Correct. That's correct. And then usually once a turtle has a home, like once it finds the lake or whatever, that's its home.
Even if they travel 5 miles to lay eggs, she'll go back.
She'll go back to her home. So if you find a baby turtle, it doesn't matter what lake or pond you put it in, but that becomes their home. That becomes their territory. So the only time you would see a turtle leave that territory is A, if it dries up. B, if it's a male and it's being bullied by other males, that male will leave to go find a new territory. You know, that's what he does. But that's very rare. Males very rarely leave water. Extremely rare. That's the only 2 reasons a male would leave, is if it dries up or if they're being bullied by so many other males, they have to go find their own territory. So when you see a turtle on the road, it's going to be a female looking for a place to lay her eggs.
And if you pick it up and it wets on you, it's not...
It's not pee, it's water, because before she leaves the lake, she fills up with water. And that helps her if the ground is hard. She will let go of some water to help her dig. And then when she lays her eggs, before she buries them, she squirts the rest of the water in there. And that's humidity for them. And that'll hold them hopefully till it rains. And then she fills it all in with dirt. And then she'll, if you notice, if you've ever watched them, they kind of wiggle around and they wiggle their butt back and forth as they leave, because they're leaving a scent in other spots to hopefully ward off the skunks and fox and raccoons. And
it's their attempt at protecting the eggs.
yeah, it's her attempt. And it's a nest is very vulnerable the first week until that scent goes away. So within the first week, most of the time you see the eggs are eaten. You'll see little white chewed up shells all over the place.
It does seem that camping.
Yep, that they've found them and eaten them. If they get past the first week, you know, then it's all based on weather. If you think about what these little baby turtles go through to be born, is amazing. It's amazing. So there you go.
Yep.
I don't think we have anything else. I think you did a wonderful job, Jeannie.
And
you're carrying the troop.
hopefully we get back again in June for Flosstube. We're planning on going down to Walnut, Iowa in 2 weeks for their citywide flea market.
Yes, the whole town is antiques and flea market, so we're planning to do that.
Yeah.
Your birthday trip, you got to decide what that's going to be.
I have to decide, yes.
Yeah, we have to get Julie on the ball. Oh, she knows what she wants to do, though. Doesn't she want to go?
But she's expecting
twin
granddaughters.
Yes, June 16th, I think it's due for a C-section. So that's exciting. Yeah, she's having twins.
Yeah. So, yeah.
That's what we got going on, gang. So hopefully we'll see in a month. My husband can have no more surgeries for Parkinson's. This is it. There's no more. So we don't have to go through any more surgeries.
Yeah, but Leanne was saying earlier that it's been harder for retail therapy this time around.
Yeah, because this time when you take care of somebody with a broken ankle, you know it's going to get better and stuff. But with this, my worry has taken over. So it's like I'm real jerky on my thinking. I even had to text Jeannie and say, okay, so now what Friday are we doing the Flosstube? And so it's weird. My retail therapy has gone way down. Yeah. You just kind of consumed with worry. So hopefully it'll all get better.
Yeah.
I'm hoping.
Yep. It can only go up.
Right, and I mean, once we get the MRI and stuff, I'll know more.
Yep, and get it to turn on
But I mean, Parkinson's is a disease that progresses. It's just that he really progressed worse from pre-surgery to after surgery.
Well, between surgeries, so the shaking on the opposite side that he had the first surgery on really progressed
really bad. And it was funny because when we were there and the anesthesiologist came in, he said, why did you wait so long? Because he had it in November and this is May. And we said, because that's the only time we could get on the schedule. Because he said most Parkinson's patients do the other side a month later. And I said, how can that be? Because he didn't even get his left side turned on or scheduled or anything in 4 weeks. So he said, no, most people go through here. They must schedule them ahead. Boom, boom.
Yeah, and then cancel if they don't.
Yeah, because we didn't get that option. Nobody offered us that. So that was kind of shocking to me because I don't know if Tom could have went through both of those surgeries a month apart. I don't know.
As it was what, 6 months apart?
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Okay, gang. Well, I guess we'll see you in a month.
No, or sooner.
Or sooner.
Or longer.
We try our best.
No promises that we have.
She's fine. It's me. I'm the problem child. What can I say? So we'll see how we do. We'll see you when we see you. How's that?
Happy stitching.
Yeah, happy stitching. Bye.
Bye.